Hello, welcome to the last matrix of Chapter 6. I know it seems like we've done a lot of them for Chapter 6. Chapter 6 is the big one, that's why I allowed a couple weeks to do Chapter 6. Not that these are that difficult, just to give you some time to go through them, and obviously the threaded discussions because of this are a little bit more complicated. The last matrix we're going to go through actually involves the final strategy decision. Which strategy are you going to choose? That's what this last one tells us. This is the QSPM. Okay, the QSPM is going to tell us after going through this long process, the IFE, the EFE, the IE, the space matrix, the what am I leaving out? Oh, the SWOT matrix. After going through the IFE, the EFE, the SWOT matrix, the IE, the space matrix, the financial ratio, we come all the way full circle here to the QSPM. And this will tell us which strategy to choose. But the first thing you got to do before you start the QSPM, which I've got up behind me, I've already started it so you don't have to watch me write more than you already will, is you have to pick two strategies. Now what you do is you go back to your SWOT matrix where you picked those. In those quadrants, you picked the strategies that met the strengths and weaknesses, and you came up with those 8 strategies or more, hopefully. Pick the 2 best, and this should be an educated decision based on the matrices we did after the SWOT, the ones that to make sure that they line up with those and specifically I'm referring to the IE and the space matrix. These strategies should line up with the space matrix and IE. In our case, for Krispy Kreme, they said that we should be aggressive and we should try to grow. So those are the 2 strategies I chose, and it seems to be pretty obvious when you do this. There's usually 2 or 3 themes that seem to pop up with developing new strategies when you go through this exercise. In this particular case, we've chosen online to develop our online presence for Krispy Kreme, and healthier products to give a healthier alternative. We're not going to change what they already do, but add to the menu. And so the QSPM will help us make the choice between the 2. And once again, the value of this, especially picture yourself in a corporate setting. You're in a room with 10 to 15 people of varying places on the corporate ladder. You've got some folks that are very powerful, some folks that maybe don't have as strong a voice, and you're trying to figure out which strategy to choose. This type of exercise, you come down to the last 2, this type of exercise will probably, not for sure, but probably prevent just one strong voice, the most powerful person, most powerful personality in the room from choosing the strategy. There's a method here. So we're going to go through it. Once again, not that complicated. If you have trouble, if you find yourself in trouble on this one, the students will occasionally get a little, get stuck on this. Contact me right away. Shoot me an email, give me a call, and I'll be happy to help. All right, what we have here is we have our key factors all lined up here. And this looks like a lot of stuff. It is, but you've already done it. This is your opportunities, threats, strengths, and weaknesses. For the sake of space, I've just put 4 in a few places. When you do this, I need at least 5, but I kind of ran out of room on the chalkboard, so I altered it a little bit. So once again, you've already done this, and you've already done this category. You've already done the weights from your IFE and EFEs. So this is pretty much cut and paste from what you've already done. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the weights here. Okay, so we're going to be 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, 0.1, 0.15, 0.15, 0.15, 0.05, and for strengths we're 0.1, 0.1, 0.05, and 0.1 and 0.1. And then for weaknesses we are 0.1, 0.05, 0.05, 0.1, 0.15, and 0.1. Once again, those are copied out of the IFEs. I'm sorry we're a little tight down there, but I'll post the this whole thing up on the screen as I have been on the others, so you'll be able to read it there. Okay, next step is to come up with the attractiveness score. How attractive is this strategy for each of these key factors? And one of the important things to realize is if it doesn't apply, you can't put a score. That keeps the integrity of the matrix. So as we go through this, you'll see what I'm talking about. Once again, this is on a scale of 1 to 4, no zeros, and it should be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, not 2.6 or anything like that. So we're going to go 1 to 4 for each of these. So we're going to go attractiveness score for online, for franchising, franchise opportunities, online franchises, smaller storefront that's very attractive, for potential for snacks. It's a kind of a different strategy. We'll give that a 2. How does online match with health? That they're really not related because there is no healthy alternative, right? That's an opportunity. There's no healthy alternative right now, so that they're unrelated, so we'll just put a dash. Cost, this doesn't help with cost too much. It actually probably increases it a little bit, so we'll put a 2. Threats, it helps dramatically with global because you can do global online. Obviously addresses that online very well. Healthier choices doesn't apply. Full service, what that was referring to is the stores aren't typically full service, so if you wanted to sit down and have a nice meal and everything, it doesn't really apply. Krispy Kreme doesn't do that very well, so we're only going to put a 1 there. And for strengths, mergers, this gives a great opportunity to merge in terms of storefronts, and maybe you don't need a storefront, you can rent out space if you're doing strictly online, so we'll go 4. And then we'll go on and off premise sales, of course that's a 4. The ability to produce a lot of donuts, that helps, that's a 3. Net income is rising, so you have the money to start this. And does it fit within the mission? It does, so that's a 4. And then if we go down to weaknesses, accessibility, that's a 4, that solves that. Calories, coffee, and healthy choice, none of those apply. And then we'll go to, this can help dramatically with international, and no online, so that's a 4 as well too. So when we say online, we're talking international as well as domestic, just to be clear. All right, so then we multiply these two columns by each other to get the total attractiveness score. So we're going to end up here with 0.4, 0.2, 0.2, 0.6, 0.6, 0.05, 0.4, 0.4, 0.15. Once again, I'll post this so it's legible. 0.4, 0.4, 0.4, 0.6, 0.4. So then we total all of these up and we end up with 5.2. All right? So that's an important number, that 5.2. I'm not even sure if you can see that, but you will on the inset. Okay, next one, healthier products. Can we generate a healthier alternative? We have to do the attractiveness score. So we're doing this, how attractive each of those are in this column, so it's the same thing as we did for here. We're going to go all the way down the line. Healthier products is pretty much going to apply to just about everything. Maybe 1 or 2 exceptions. So franchise, it'll help. Snacks help. Healthy, obviously help. Cost probably hurt, so we'll go with a 1 there. Threats. Does it help with the global? Yeah, health will help on the global scale. Online ordering doesn't apply. Healthy options, it doesn't apply. Full service restaurant, the weakness there. This could help because it'll, I'll give it a 4 just because healthier alternatives will attract people to spend more time. It expands the menu. People can sit down and enjoy more products. So we'll go 4 there. And then down here to strengths, merge with other companies. That definitely makes us more attractive. On and off premises sales, doesn't help much there. Capacity to produce a lot of donuts, doesn't really matter, so that's a 1. Net income, how much it'll help there, we don't really know. I'm going to put the 2 there. Does it fit within the mission? Actually, it does. And then we'll go down below. Accessibility, doesn't apply. And then calories, that issue, 4, it should reduce calories greatly. Coffee really has nothing to do with it, 1. No healthy choice, of course that's a 4. Less international, this could help with that. And online doesn't apply. So we'll take these, multiply them, and we end up with 0.4, 0.4, 0.8, 0.1, 0.6, 0.6, 0.2, 0.4, 0.2, 0.05, 0.2, 0.4, 0.2, 0.05, 0.4, 0.45. Total all those up, 5.45. All right, so here we have, for this number, we have 5.2. Here we have 5.45. So which strategy do we choose? The higher number, healthier products, and a healthier product option for Krispy Kreme is what the QSPM, I should label it, dictates. Now this is actually fairly simple because so much of it's already been done. All you're really coming up with are the attractiveness scores. And then the multiplication is just math. You'll have your Excel sheet set up to do that anyway. And then the totals, and you have your answer. This is actually fairly straightforward compared to many of the others. However, with the large number, the large volume of numbers up there, sometimes students get a little confused. Especially over here, they start recreating the weights. They feel like they know the company better now that they've analyzed it for a little while. And so they start to play with the weights, because, and that throws everything off because the previous matrices were based on other weights. So make sure you keep the weights the same. I think that is it. That is it for the QSPM. This is the last matrix. So we'll see you again in Chapter 7.